The Leviathan hung in the void like a sleeping god, its obsidian hull stretching 40 kilometers from bow to stern. Admiral Kai Nakamura stood on the command deck, watching the hegemony's primary battle fleet approach through the viewport. 3,000 alien warships, each one a technological marvel that had dominated the galaxy for millennia. They had no idea what they were flying into. "Sir, the hegemony admiral is demanding our surrender," reported Communications Officer Yates. Standard ultimatum: submit to their authority or face annihilation. Nakamura's weathered hands gripped the railing. For 8 centuries, the Xerian hegemony had ruled the galaxy with absolute authority. They had enslaved entire species, stripped mind worlds, and crushed any civilization that dared oppose them. When humanity had first ventured beyond the solar system, they had expected to find the stars filled with possibilities. Instead, they found oppression. "Put me through to their admiral," Nakamura commanded. The holographic projection of Admiral Zexkar materialized before him, a towering reptilian being with scales that gleamed like polished metal and eyes that burned with predatory intelligence. "Human vessel," Zexkar's voice resonated with ancient authority. "You stand before the might of the hegemony. Your pathetic species has hidden in your insignificant corner of space long enough. Surrender now, and you will be granted the honor of serving our empire." Nakamura stepped forward, his expression calm, despite the magnitude of what was about to unfold. "Admiral Zexkar, I am Admiral Kai Nakamura of the Terran Defense Corps. We've spent the last 50 years studying your empire, learning your weaknesses, preparing for this moment." The alien's scaled features twisted into what might have been amusement. "Preparing? Human, our fleet has crushed civilizations that were building star cities, while your kind was still dwelling in caves. What could you possibly?" His words died as the Leviathan's true nature revealed itself. Along the massive vessel's hull, what had appeared to be simple armor plating began to shift and reconfigure. Sections that were kilometers wide unfolded like metallic flowers, revealing the impossible geometry within. The ship wasn't just large, it was a construction unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. "Impossible," Zexkar whispered, his scaled face losing color. "What manner of vessel is this?" "This is humanity's answer to tyranny," Nakamura replied quietly. "We call her a Titan class. She's not just a ship, Admiral. She's an entire industrial complex, a mobile civilization, and the most advanced weapons platform ever conceived." The Leviathan's transformation continued. Manufacturing bays, the size of small cities, opened along her flanks, and from within emerged not fighters or bombers, but fully autonomous warships, each one larger than the hegemony's battlecruisers and armed with technology that defied known physics. "You see," Admiral Nakamura continued as the manufactured fleet began taking formation, "while you've spent centuries ruling through fear and brute force, humanity has been doing what we do best: innovating, evolving, pushing beyond the boundaries of what's possible." Zexkar's eyes widened as his sensors registered the energy readings from the manufactured vessels. "The power signatures. They're impossible. No civilization has achieved fusion densities at those levels." "We didn't just achieve them," Nakamura smiled grimly. "We surpassed them. Each of those ships carries enough firepower to crack a moon. And the Leviathan, she can manufacture 1,000 of them in the time it takes your fleet to charge their weapons." The alien admiral's composure finally cracked. "This is some form of deception. No single vessel could." "Computer, demonstrate Phase 1 capability," Nakamura commanded. The Leviathan's central core began to glow with a light that seemed to bend space around it. Energy readings spiked beyond anything the hegemony fleet had ever recorded. Then, with surgical precision, a single beam of concentrated quantum energy lanced out and touched one of the hegemony's dreadnoughts. The massive alien warship simply ceased to exist. Not destroyed, not vaporized, it was gone, as if it had never been there at all, leaving only empty space where 3 kilometers of battle-hardened vessel had been. The silence that followed was deafening. "That was 1/10,000th of our minimum output," Nakamura said calmly. "The Leviathan draws power directly from controlled spatial distortions. We could erase your entire fleet with a thought, Admiral, but that's not why we're here." Zexkar's massive form was trembling now. "What? What do you want?" "Change," Nakamura replied. "For 800 years, the hegemony has ruled this galaxy through fear and oppression. That ends today. You will release every enslaved species, abandon every conquered world, and return to your original borders. And if we refuse?" Nakamura gestured to the viewport, where the Leviathan's manufactured fleet had grown to over 500 vessels, with more emerging every minute. "Then we demonstrate why humanity spent 5 decades in isolation, pouring every resource, every brilliant mind, every impossible dream into building something the galaxy has never seen." The alien admiral looked at his tactical displays, where his officers were reporting impossible readings from every direction. The human vessel was manufacturing ships faster than his entire industrial base could produce them, each one more advanced than anything in the hegemony arsenal. "This is madness," Zexkar whispered. "How did a single species achieve such advancement?" "Because we had to," Nakamura answered simply. "When we discovered the hegemony, we realized we had 2 choices: hide forever, or become something greater than anything you could imagine. We chose to evolve." Behind him, Lieutenant Commander Chen approached with a status report. "Sir, the Leviathan has manufactured 1,200 vessels and is beginning construction of the support Titans. Estimated time to full deployment capability, 47 minutes. Nakamura nodded, then turned back to the stunned alien admiral. "You have 1 hour to transmit new orders to every hegemony world, Admiral. Liberation begins immediately. Any resistance will be met with overwhelming force." "The Council will never accept this," Zexkar protested weakly. "The other member species will unite against you. Then they'll share your fate," Nakamura replied. "We didn't build just 1 Titan-class vessel, Admiral. We built 7. Each one is currently positioned at a major hegemony stronghold. Your empire ends today, one way or another." As if to emphasize the point, the Leviathan pulsed with energy again, and space around her began to ripple with controlled gravitational waves. She wasn't just a ship, she was a force of nature given form, a manifestation of humanity's refusal to accept oppression. "Choose wisely, Admiral," Nakamura said, as Zexkar's image flickered with the strain of the quantum interference. "History will remember this moment as either the day the galaxy found freedom, or the day the hegemony learned what happens when humanity says enough." The transmission ended, leaving Zexkar staring at the impossible sight before him. In the space of minutes, a single human vessel had demonstrated the power to reshape the entire galactic order. For the first time in 8 centuries, the hegemony faced something it couldn't conquer, couldn't intimidate, and couldn't comprehend. Humanity had unleashed its answer to tyranny, and nothing would ever be the same. The age of oppression was over. The age of humanity had begun.